Fever down! Bow!
Man, I think it's the next step up mentality as far as players. Our shifts keep changing. Everybody doing a different role, and so I think we all got the mentality where you give and you sacrifice, and I think that's what y'all see.
Indiana Fever just pulled off something nobody saw coming without. Caitlin Clark on the court facing a Dallas Wings team hungry for an upset and coming off a brutal loss to the Sparks the night before. Everything pointed to disaster. The crowd of 49 came expecting to see Clark face Paige Bueckers for the first time in the WNBA. Instead, they witnessed something even more remarkable. What happened in those final minutes will change how you see this Fever team forever, and what Aaliyah Boston said after the game, 6 words that perfectly captured why this win means everything if you support the Fever. Comment. I've got the Fever down below. Let's go.
Yeah, I think for us, it's about knowing that basketball is a game of runs. And they made their run in that third quarter. And honestly, just continue to stay composed and take it each possession at a time is something that we've been working on. And so for us, that was our focus, is get a stop, go down and score, get another stop, and we try to get...
Picture this massive buildup that had the entire WNBA world talking Clark versus Bueckers, the #1 pick from 2024 against the top pick from 2025. This wasn't just any regular season game. This was the matchup everyone had been waiting for since draft night. The Dallas Wings knew they had something special brewing, so they made a huge decision. They moved the game from their usual home at College Park Center to the massive American Airlines Center where the Mavericks play. Think about that for a second. You don't just move a game to a 20-seat arena unless you know something big is about to happen. Fans started buying tickets like crazy. The buzz was everywhere. Social media was going wild. This was going to be the showdown that would break attendance records and show the world just how far women's basketball has come.
Finding out this morning that we probably need to hold out again today. It's just, it really is a day-to-day thing. And I think for us, making sure that we're prioritizing her long-term health and wellness. It's anybody who's had some of these types of injuries understand that sometimes it's a process. She's a quick healer, and she's been doing everything that she can to get back on the floor. So, we just want to make sure that we're hypersensitive to the big picture.
Then boom. Clark's groin injury flares up 2 nights before the game. The most hyped matchup of the season suddenly becomes a giant question mark. You've got thousands of fans who bought tickets specifically to see these two go head-to-head, and now the main attraction might not even play.
Disappointment for them more than anything, because you want them to see her at her best and us at our best. I hate that for fans, but at the same time, again for us as a team, and for Caitlin as a person and player, her health and wellness is the...
Here's the thing that made this whole situation even more intense. The Fever had just gotten absolutely destroyed by the Los Angeles Sparks the night before. We're talking about a team that looked completely lost without their star running the show. The pace was slow, the ball movement was terrible, Aaliyah Boston barely got any touches. Everything that makes Indiana dangerous just fell apart when Clark wasn't on.
The biggest thing for us is our attention to detail in our screening. We've got to be great screeners. We got to make sure we slow down and use our screen and our spacing. We've had some games where our spacing has been poor, and that has not allowed Kelsey to get downhill, and it hasn't allowed space for Aaliyah to get going either. So I think that the 2 most important things for us right now offensively is attention to detail and screening and space.
Dallas was absolutely licking their chops. They knew exactly what happens when the Fever play without Clark. The offense becomes predictable. Boston gets forgotten about. The whole system breaks down. This looked like the perfect opportunity for the Wings to make a statement against a wounded team that had been struggling. But here's what nobody expected, even without Clark confirmed to play 49 people still showed up. That's right, they set a new Texas women's basketball attendance record without the main attraction even being guaranteed to take the court. Think about what that says about the power of this rivalry and the growth of women's basketball.
We'll start Ari today. We'll start her and bring Sid off the bench a little bit. I don't want to take Kelsey out of what she naturally does instinctually on the wing and overload her from a point guard perspective. So with having Ari and having Sid, they'll give us a couple different looks right there.
That Wings walked into that game thinking they had a wounded animal cornered coach. Stephanie White shocked everyone by starting Ari McDonald for the first time, completely changing the lineup that everyone expected. Nobody knew what to expect from this new look. What happened next would reveal something about this Fever team that even their biggest fans didn't know was there. The stage was set for either complete disaster or something absolutely magical. A quarter starts and something absolutely incredible happens. The Fever don't just survive without Clark on the court, they completely explode right out of the gates. Ari McDonald brings this energy that nobody saw coming. She's pushing the pace like her life depends on it.
Charles can't finish.
Gotta finish that.
Oh, beautiful pass. McDonald counted in one.
They're on.
She's getting everyone involved in ways that make you forget. Clark isn't even playing. Dallas walks into this game thinking they can just focus on stopping Kelsey. Mitchell, that's their whole game plan, shut down. Mitchell, and watch the Fever fall apart. But suddenly they're dealing with McDonald's downhill attack that they never prepared for. She's creating complete chaos for the Wings defense. She's opening up lanes that haven't existed all season long.
Finish.
It's a big, you gotta lean in. You can't be falling away.
McDonald has been outstanding.
What makes this even more amazing, McDonald goes perfect from the field in that first quarter. She's not just throwing up shots. She's making smart plays that create opportunities for everyone else. The Fever start the game by making their first 7 shots in a row, 7 straight makes to open the game. You don't see that kind of execution very often.
Side can't get it. Lee Yu can't. Here comes Natasha Howard. 9-0 run for Indiana. Lexi Hull carries the 3.
The team that
You gotta get out on her, ladies. She's shooting 51% from beyond the arc.
Aaliyah Boston finally starts getting the touches she desperately needs. You can actually see her confidence building with every single possession. She's getting the ball in positions where she can do damage. The Wings have to respect McDonald's speed, which means Boston has more room to operate down low. She scores efficiently and grabs rebounds like she's been waiting for this moment all season.
Shooting to open the game. The Wings are only 2 of 14. Howard lobs it inside Boston, and Maisha Hines-Allen got lost. Allowed for the easy 2.
and you down to Natasha, and she's going to get in the paint. And so the defense has to step up to protect the drive, and now she puts that air on the ball, and AB is able to finish that shot at the rim. That was beautiful.
Fans.
This is what they do.
Yep. Sometimes you're going to have some back-to-back games. Sometimes you're not going to be able to get in the gym and practice. Got it.
Huh.
Good night.
And again, the veteran schools the rookie.
Points, 5 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks, and 0 turnovers in a single game. That's the kind of performance that wins games and changes careers.
Just such a smart player. She reads defensive well. She knows how to pick you apart. And so when you play against her, you have to make sure that you're aware of where she is at all times. And also she does a great job of putting her teammates in great position. So for us, I mean, I feel like it's kind of similar in college and in the league. Like Paige is just playing great basketball and making sure that she sets up her teammates.
Every little thing matters.
Mitchell gives it up. Natasha Howard, beautiful shot. Howard with a double-double of 12 and 11. Indiana.
Aaliyah Boston steps up huge in the clutch moments. She makes defensive stops when they absolutely have to have them. She grabs rebounds that keep possessions alive. Boston finishes with 21 points on 9 of 14. Shooting, hitting all 3 of her free throws. She's doing all the little things that championship teams need from their big players. The crowd is going absolutely wild. They're watching 2 teams refuse to back down. Both sides are trading big shots like a heavyweight fight. Neither team wants to give an inch. The energy in that arena is electric in a way that only happens during special games.
Incoming! In! Yo, great job. Okay, great job. We weathered a storm. We found some toughness in the fourth quarter to be able to get stops and to execute. Right? We grew tonight. I mean, it really, everybody just good stuff. Okay, good stuff all around. It's a big time win for us on a back-to-back at the end of a tough road trip. So, good stuff.
Hey, one more, Coach's 100th.
All right, let's go. Here we go. Together, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Minutes left. Boston looks at the crowd of Fever fans scattered throughout the arena. You can see something click in her eyes. This is what she would later explain about every game being a home game. Those Fever jerseys are everywhere, creating energy that travels with this team. Mitchell and Boston combined for the final push that seals the 94-86 victory. They prove this team has championship-level heart when it matters most. The fourth quarter belongs to Mitchell, who takes control and makes every play that Fever needs to close. Out the wind after the game, Aaliyah Boston walks up to the microphone and delivers 6 words that perfectly sum up what just happened. Reporters are asking about playing without Clark. They want to know about the pressure they're trying to figure out, how the Fever pulled off this incredible win against a Dallas team that had every reason to believe they would cruise to victory. Boston looks right into the camera and says every game is a home game. Those 6 words hit different suddenly. Everything makes sense about what happened in that arena, the energy, the confidence, the way this team played like they belonged on that stage.
And today at the game, what does it mean to you to just have their presence with you wherever you go?
Every game is a home game. I think you see that. People show up, they show out. I think it's great for this league, just people continuing to come to games and watch, because I think when people show up to watch a game, they might have came for one person, but they leave liking many more. And so I think that's the way you look at it, right? You've had this arena that's filled and people are coming in and they're like, whoa, I like her, she's tough. And so I think it's